Happy Monday morning. I hope you have an awesome week planned in front of you. I'm back here with Ruben again, and we're doing this remotely. Ruben, you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everyone. It's really good Monday morning sunshine, really
It
early.
is. Look at this. Look at the background that he's got for this. This is amazing. We're doing this remotely again, and we have a really exciting topic for you today, and we're calling it "Negotiate Everything for a Win-Win." And that's a really interesting principle. We've both applied this lots in our lives. I think Ruben's much better at it than I am, but I think he really taught me this principle, and he helped me to kind of understand all the benefits to it, not just negotiating a deal for money, but there's a whole spectrum of things. And Ruben's going to dive in a second and kind of talk about a variety of things, and we're going to talk about some fun stories. I read a book not too long ago, and they had a really interesting example in there. I love that, and I've actually used that before. It's fun. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But just kind of lay the groundwork, Ruben, for why would you negotiate everything, and what does it mean to actually negotiate for a win-win?
Excellent. So we have this preconceived idea that when you negotiate, you're squeezing somebody, and
Right.
that's the whole paradigm shift that we want to share on these few minutes we're going to be together. It's not about squeezing. It's not about you getting the best deal, and you get out of it, and from that encounter, meeting, conversation, whatever, and say, "Man, I did it! I squeezed the guy, and I got the best thing, and he was nailed down." Right? That's not about. It's not about that, and
Mhm.
it's about the whole process of experience of having fun to achieve a win-win. And when I say
Mhm.
having fun, is we go into the details of that. It's putting yourself in the other person's shoes and understanding what would make me be more satisfied on accepting a deal that actually is better than the one that I offer initially. Because
Mhm.
when we say negotiate everything, means that okay, Misha, I want to buy you a car, right? Let's say
Yeah.
if I was on a boat, whatever, and you
Mhm.
tell me a price.
Yeah.
And if I just accept it, okay, it's fine. You might have the best deal ever that you think it's going to be for you and probably for me as well. But
Yeah.
why don't you use your brain on the other side? Because two think more than one, and see a way that, okay, listen, probably I don't want to buy only a boat, but I probably want to buy your trailer, right? And a bunch of accessories. You never thought of selling those. And we can
Yeah.
say, okay, what will be the way that I'll have a better deal on the boat, but you actually can get rid of the trailer you want? I'm making it very simple, but
Exactly. Yeah.
it's it's a way of thinking of putting yourself in the other person's position by asking questions.
Mhm.
You come with a preconceived idea, but you come with the, the focus of asking the right questions to see if he actually is getting the best deal. Because if you're
Exactly.
thinking of the other person's getting the best deal, you might find um, new ways to get that deal that you haven't even thought about it. And
Exactly.
it's this continuous process of, if I go to a store, that's pure negotiation. I like
Yeah.
to do this for fun, right? And my
Yeah.
kids laugh at me many times. I do it probably more than 50% of the time. Any
Yeah.
store, I go and using the power of nice that we have already used and talked about,
Yeah.
and at the end have a conversation, learn about the person, the cashier, and
Yeah.
say, so, now, what am I getting here today that I feel special? Why? How can you incentivize me to buy a little bit more? Some
Yeah.
question like that. And people look at you and say, "What do you mean, right? Incentivize you?" Yes. So I'm buying this shirt, right? I like to buy
Yeah.
some pants. I like to buy some a jacket. How can you incentivize me to leave more money on the table for you, right? Some people get shocked and say, "Okay, all right," and get to this conversation of, well, all right, I can probably give you 10% discount. And it has
Yeah.
happened to me many times, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So you have this first situation, which is I want to buy a shirt.
Mhm.
The person, whoever's selling the shirt, super happy he sold the shirt. You're more and more client,
Yeah.
but you actually doing the upselling, not the salesperson. You're doing the upselling.
Exactly.
So I like to do my own upselling. So I look at
Yeah.
the seller and say, I knew I was going to buy more, but I start it's all about expectations, right? So I start just one shirt,
Yeah.
and I wanted to buy another two or three pieces of any purchase that I wanted to do, but
Yeah.
I just give them the first one initially, and then the first one I asked them how can I incentivize so I can buy more, and
Yeah.
and in this process which is very fun, and most of the time people actually incentivize you. They can
It's
give you.
incredible. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not money. Sometimes it's things for free.
Whatever. Yep. Yep.
I went to buy recently a quad here, Misha,
Mhm. Yep.
and okay, and they created the price and everything. And at the end, they give me some tools, right? So it's like,
Nice.
no, not just the money, but also
Yeah,
put some stuff on top, right? Because you
exactly.
ask. Another thing is never be shy to ask.
No, because what's
Because
interesting.
we should do
Yeah.
one in the future, Misha. I'm gonna
Hmm.
just gonna give you back to you,
Yeah.
but we should do one in the future, which is how to deal with rejection. I'm
Yes,
really afraid of
exactly.
rejection, right?
That's a good one.
And
Yeah.
negotiation is about rejection because you don't want to be rejected, so you don't ask. But
Yeah.
if you
Let's do that
ask,
next
you
week,
might get a
actually.
chance.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do that next week. Actually, that's a good topic for next week. But what I find is interesting, a couple little things that popped in my mind is a lot of the time people are very eager or willing to give you a discount. You think that there's no chance on earth they're going to give you a discount, but they have every ability to do that. All you got to do is ask. And the book, what I find sometimes can be challenging, and this is, for my personality, it's harder, is you don't want this awkward conversation, right? You don't want to ask for something and then have them reject you. And it's exactly what we're going to talk about in the next video with dealing with rejection. And so the book I was reading, the guy had a whole team of salesmen, right? Salespersons, women, men, whatever. And he challenged them. He said he watched them all come into work, and he saw that their productivity wasn't as high as it should be. And he saw them come to work every morning with a coffee in their hand. And he said, listen, I have a challenge for you for this next week, okay? What I want you to do, you guys are all coming to work with your Starbucks in your hand, right? When you go get your next Starbucks, I challenge you to go ask for a discount on that coffee, right? This is Starbucks we're talking, and a coffee. Nobody negotiates the price of a coffee. It's on the board. You don't negotiate it, right? And what he found was incredibly interesting. Two things. One is all his salespeople found it really, really awkward to ask for a discount. Really awkward, especially for a coffee, right? And then the second thing was almost all of them that asked, pretty much all of them that asked, they got a discount, okay? And it's very interesting. They did, yes, even at something like Starbucks, right? And so what's interesting, as you've been sort of teaching me this, I've sort of been overcoming my fear of asking for it, and I make it fun like you do, right? And, I think it helps a lot if you can engage in conversation first. You don't want to just go up to the teller, put your product down and then say, can I get a discount? You're probably not going to get a discount. But if you look at their name tag, you call them by their name. Hey, how's it going, Sarah? Are you having a great day today? Awesome. And then they're going to say, did you find everything today? Yeah, I found everything I need. That's awesome. What are the chances I could get a discount today? Or, however you want to word that. And, you get a little bit of repertoire going with the person. And more times than not, it flips the script because it's almost awkward for them when you ask for a discount. It's almost awkward for them to say no to the discount. It's the human nature,
you flip
right?
It, right?
Somebody's asked you for something, and it's almost now awkward for them to say no. I can't give you a discount. They kind of feel like, yeah, maybe I can give you a little discount, even if it's 10%. 10% is, it's taxes in a lot of places, right? And so I find that super interesting, and I've seen that it works most places. There's some places, of course, that it doesn't. And then there's a lot of places where people have no idea that they can negotiate things, and you can get massive discounts, which will save you a lot of money. Or sometimes it's just a little bit. And even if it's enough to save your taxes or something, that's great. But go into the principle, kind of spread out the idea a little bit more into other types of things we can negotiate, because we can negotiate contractual type deals. We can negotiate all kinds of things.
Yep. And when you repeat as a customer, much easier.
Yes.
And we leave a lot of money on the table when we don't ask for repeat customer profile that we are into, right? I'll give you another example. I stay at a hotel that is nearby the BC helicopters, as you know.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
So, and I always ask for the best rate, but then they switch and they change their staff very quickly, right? So they don't know me. A guy there that knows me I've been there for 3 years, and they give me this. The guy that knows me immediately give me the best price, and I trust he's giving me the best price because I've given him all this conversation prior, right? But when it's a new person, I gotta help him, right? So you gotta help him understand, and I go with it. Oh man, it's super nice to be here. More than 50 times. 50 times? Say, check me out. My email. Give me my email. So they check my email. Say, oh yeah, you're right. They told me last time, gold something, not the gold status of a card, but gold, you have a gold rate to it. Now, when I go back and I say, don't forget to give me the gold rate. And so the person goes on the system, it has the gold rate. But because of that relationship that you have, a friendship, you know what? I always get better than gold rate. And that's not much, like $10 or so, right?
Yeah.
And it says 119, I'm going to give you 109 and
Yeah.
109, right? So when you refer back to the loyalty, and when people see that you have been loyal, they want to give loyalty back, as you say,
Yeah.
right? So it becomes
Yeah.
awkward for them to say, if I'm giving something, I'm not, I'm receiving something, I'm not giving anything back, right?
Yeah.
And also, you have to choose your battles in negotiation. You haven't gone through that, and some things that we're involved with, right?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
you pick up, you want to win the war. I always say, actually, I was having a conversation with some young guys here that we're doing some stuff here this island, and we had a really nice conversation at the end of the night, because you got to choose your battles because you want to win the war.
Yeah.
And this the whole purpose is to win the war. There are some battles that you have to leave behind because you want to win the war. So let's not go across the board and say, I want this or this and that. What is essential to win the war? So it's essential to win the war. You get rid of the battles that are not essential, and you focus on the battles that are going to actually add value to the war. You see what I mean, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
this whole process of making strategic decisions and don't want to win it all, right? You have to give and give back, right?
Yeah.
Give and receive back all the time. That balance. So other things you might have, you have kids, Misha, right?
Yes.
Do you negotiate with your kids? Or not?
Absolutely, all the time.
When they go to bed, they ask you something, or
they want something, or they want to do something that they're not supposed to. You can negotiate. You're not compromising necessarily, but you can negotiate a deal that's going to work for them. Something, because a lot of the time, you bring up kids. A lot of the time, it's seeing the other person's perspective as well, right? All we see, if we're not paying attention, is a kid that's tantruming for some reason or another and doing something contrary to what we want. And so we just put down our foot and say, no, you can't do this. Let's go, or whatever the case, right? But if we take a second and we actually see their side of the story, there's actually a reason why, most of the time, sometimes kids just tantrum, but most of the time there's a reason why they're rebelling about whatever it happens to be. And when you sit down, you get down to their eye level, you ask them a couple questions, you find out what the issue is, you realize, hey, this is actually a really simple solution. I can actually compromise on this, no problem. It's not going to, affect any of my values. It's not going to make me go back on any word that I said or anything like that, right? And so, yes, we can compromise on this. They're going to be super happy. I'm going to be super happy, and we're going to walk away from the situation fully resolved, right?
You just gave me remind me when I had kids of your age. Let's put this case that if you're playing with him and it's going a bit late and he has to ask to do it again and again, something you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be last time. So at the end, you have already extended a couple of times last time, right? And then they're going to go to bed or something. And you have given already 5 times, right? And he asks one more time. So the human being, even if he's young, he knows he's extending. He's going beyond limit, but he's testing, right? Yeah. And a good way that I found is, let's suppose that there was in my case or your kid's case, they didn't want to eat their vegetables, right? Totally unrelated. Unrelated. But you lose an opportunity to negotiate something right there about the vegetables. So you're playing there and say, you know what? Just got an idea. What if he give you? He knows you're asking for the last mile again and again. You already said, okay, this is last one. You say, I gave you not 1, but 3 more. 3 more, okay? And tomorrow, you promised me you're going to eat the vegetables in the morning, right? Something was hard for him or something, right? So you go and say, okay, so he will be, it's all about, we have discussed this, and also in other circumstances, is about the expectations, and if you overpromise, underpromise, right? So he was asking for just 1, and you blow the mind and say, no, 1, 3. So you give him off guard, you get him off guard, and he said 3? 3, okay? I just asked for 1, but you got to get back that thing, okay? Are you willing to do that? And something was the war that you wanted to win the war, but you wanted to win another battle, so you give away in this battle to win another one, which for you is more important, right?
Exactly.
So this psychology of the right moment to ask for something. And we were talking about kids, but with adults and big contracts, you do the same thing, right? If you're pushing hard on something and you want to get that solved, but you leave it aside, and later you say, okay, you forget about that point A, but you're in point C, D, E, F, and point C, D, E, F is probably easier for you to give away. You say, okay, what about if I gave you not only C, but F, you give me A?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The same.
And going back to the beginning of the video, we'll end it pretty quick here, but talking about the win-win, because I think in every negotiation in life, I don't believe in karma, but I believe in concept of karma, right? So what you put out is what you're going to get back, right? And so I believe in that principle. And I feel like with any negotiation, any deal that you do in life, whether it's with a kid or an adult in a big business deal or whatever happens to be, you want to make sure that you're thinking not only on your side, but you're thinking on both sides, like we've talked about in this conversation, so that when you're done the conversation, you know that they are just as happy as you are. Yeah, maybe if they started super high and you started down here somewhere and you met in the middle, maybe they feel like they're giving away a little bit, but at the end of the day, when you both look at it, you say, no, we're both super happy with this deal. And the positive side of that is what's going to happen next year or 5 years or whatever. When you do another deal with that person, are they happy to do that deal with you? Or if they feel like, hey man, this guy just completely ripped me off, I gave away everything, it's a total bust deal, that's not a win-win. And so they're going to find the next opportunity. Anytime there's another connection, another interaction, they're going to find a way to try and rip you off and get you back again, right? And that's not the way people want to live. I know people like that, and I've had to deal with deals like this before, and it's not pleasant. It's not very fun, right? And you always feel like you're getting ripped off, and that's not a place that you want to be. You want to feel like it's a win-win. So at the end of the day, you're both walking away happy on it, and you're more than happy to engage in a future interaction with that person.
Do it again.
And do it again, right? And I think people can become way more productive and way more effective if they're doing that, because now you have a larger network of people that you can be interacting with and doing great deals with, whether it's something small like getting a coffee or something huge, whatever it happens to be. So
very good. Yeah, you just remind me last thing, very, very quick, Misha. Yeah. I love to go to Morocco. So Morocco is the best place for you to negotiate. It's the paradise of negotiation because people expect that you negotiate. You know what? I have a friend in Marrakesh. I bought, I think, 3 times I've been there, Moroccan rugs. You've been in my house, right? See those
the big rugs,
white rugs that we have, right?
Yeah.
So I bought them in Marrakesh, and every time I go there, you know what? They love to have. You can't go in a rush. If you go to Marrakesh in a rush, and they want you to be there 1 or 2 hours, you will go crazy with this. Okay, I stay there. It's a half day fun. Okay, so I go and I block 3 hours to be with this guy. And it's so amazing because I have so much fun. It's like almost a circus, because it's you laugh and laugh because the way that you negotiate and you stretch each other, and it's just the experience of that. So it depends. Some people want to do very quick, pragmatic, and very rational deals, and some people like the Moroccans, they just go around and around and talk about everything in life, and then go back to the deal, back and forth. And you have to adapt to that style. So that's the win-win, because you also have to give the experience to the other guy, which matches his expectations, what he believes will be a good deal.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. That's an awesome place to finish. If both people can walk away from the deal smiling, then I think you've got yourself a good deal. And I think both people are happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you found it effective. And I would challenge you guys this week, find any opportunity in big things or small things, negotiate with people, see what it does for you. There's going to be awkward times. There's going to be definitely rejection times. We'll talk about that next week. But I think there's going to be a lot of value in it. And there can, I think, be a lot of fun in it as well. So we challenge you guys for that. Also challenge you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. Just click the button. It's super easy. Hit the bell so you're notified when the next video comes out. And share this video with somebody else that you think would find this interesting. All right. Until next time, you guys, enjoy the week. We'll talk to you later.